Alright, everybody. Welcome to another Doc's Corner here. And this week I'm going to be talking about control. So, this was prompted by doing control as a solo, as a random, with groups of randoms through Iron Banner a couple weeks back. And this has been on my mind for a while now. My goal with this is to kind of get people into the field. If you're not grouped up, if you're in a competitive situation, trying to give people kind of a route to get used to how to operate as a group of randoms. If you're not in the voice chat, if you don't have a microphone, just a little bit of a way to kind of cope with that, especially if you come up against a team. So, I have a little bit of vehemence here. You might taste some vinegar. There may be acetic acid in the air. And the reason is, it was a very interesting, frustrating experience to solo and control. It was also pretty funny. So, first things first. In control, you have 3 zones. No matter what map you're on, you're always going to have 3 zones. The zone that you maintain, usually for the longest period of time, is going to be your spawn point. That's the place where your whole team is usually going to start out. It's the place where you're going to keep going back to when you do get taken down. If you get taken down. So, the other end of it is, there are 3 zones. You'd think it'd be great to get all 3 of them, but really, ideally, you want to get 2. You really want to stick with 2. You have 6 people ideally on your team, so you want to kind of spread them fairly evenly between 2 zones. Alright, so generally those 2 zones are going to be one sweaty, which is highly contested. It's in most maps. I hate to say this. Most maps it's going to be B, but that's not true for all of them. It's going to be a very highly contested zone. And then there's going to be a kind of chill zone. That's your safe zone. That's a place you want to go back to, or that's the kind of area you want to seek out if the going gets rough. That's the place to kind of hang back to or hold on to. Now, generally speaking, in terms of distributing your team, if you have a full team of 6 players, you kind of want to keep about 2, maybe a third floater, but really 2 is enough. Always kind of keep just enough people to make sure that nobody goes after your safe zone. And have the bulk of your players hovering around your sweaty zone. You don't necessarily need them to be on the zone if you've already got it. If you're trying to get it, you're going to have them, filing in from all around. But you don't necessarily need to be on the zone itself. You just need to be watching it. And you want to position it so that it's pretty easy to move between the 2 of them. Not all maps are the same. This isn't always the case. But there are a couple maps where you can actually get a nice bit of mobility between your 2 zones and always be watching your back, your zone, and everybody else's back as a teammate. Generally speaking, when you're playing control, there will be a time, inevitably, there are long matches, where you get frustrated. And you might have the tendency to haul off and say, I don't care about the objective, I'm just going to go in there and slaughter everybody. Don't do that. You want to bite that one back. Trust me, I know how you feel. I have been there more times than I can count. When you start to get to that point, even our cat Leo knows this. When you start to get to that point, though, you gotta bow back, go to your safe zone, or go and capture a zone that nobody's around. Get that feeling back again that you're doing something, that you're contributing to the team. Get that little victory under your belt and cool off. Get your pacing back. If you're playing with a hand cannon, you're playing with a scout rifle, you know it. It's all about that rhythm. You want to keep your rhythm. And that is the most important thing. Don't ever disregard the objective in these. And they're very much built to punish you if you do. And the reason I say this is, remember, you have 3 zones. You're getting 2 times the amount of points if you hold on to 2 zones. If the enemy has all 3, they're getting 3x for every kill, which is really rough. It means you're going to have to kill at least 3 times the people. And that's way, way too much to be putting on the back of, especially of a team of randoms, and especially one person. Because when it's just you, it feels like the world is, sitting on your shoulders. It's not, and it doesn't have to be. Stick to the objective. Get the team to rally. They will stick to it. It's very, very, very important to follow those objectives. Yes, the kills are important, but having the objective there as your foundation is far and away more. And it keeps you on pace. From there out, have fun. Generally speaking, if you can hold 2 zones for a control match for 90% of the match, and you're keeping at least on pace, if not maybe a step behind whoever your team is that you're up against, you'll do perfectly fine. Again, if you get angry, go back to that safe zone. Cap a safe zone, look for a place where nobody's around. There are going to be those games where you're overwhelmed. That happens, comes with being a rando. But don't be afraid of it. I'm hoping this helps out. And that's pretty much everything I've got. I want you to enjoy the rest of this match. I have a pretty decent control match here, sort of following some of this advice. And go with the flow of your game. If you keep coming back to one space and you keep getting sniped and somebody's taking you out, break away. Don't worry about it. Find that safe zone. Find that uncrowded area to cap a zone. Get back in the game. Till then, take it easy. I'll be seeing you again with a couple other updates in Doc's Corner. Take care.